First and foremost, I like to thank you all for inviting me over to share some of my thoughts in the industrial trend. It's something which I enjoy doing, something I'm quite passionate about. I'm not just passionate about the industrial sector, but actually the whole property market. It's something which I treat work like all this property issue as a hobby. I don't treat it as the dread of coming to work, give talk, that sort of thing. But it's something which I really enjoy doing, to impart knowledge. Even as a lecturer, I've been lecturing land economics and valuation for the past 20 years. And what I share is that some of it is related to the land economics lectures, whereby the issue of the accessibility and how all these things are tie in with what is on the ground. A lot of people think land economics are so boring, but to me, I see land economics as something whereby you can actually relate it to the market, how you can actually apply the theoretical framework into reality on the ground level. And I've seen this happening over and over again over my 30 years of experience in the property market. Not just being a lecturer, but being a practicing valuer. Okay, now let's go on. So the industrial trend, first and foremost, I like to qualify myself. I am not an expert, but I observe a lot of trends. When I observe, then I put it on paper. Okay. Now, industrial trends. First and foremost, I always look at it this way, okay. Property sector, you cannot look at it. Okay, this terrace factory is just like that. Okay, but you got to look at it from a big picture, then you go into the small picture. Now, this is some of the big picture that we have here. Okay, I was actually given quite a short notice when Elgin called me on Monday. He said, okay, you want to come and share something with my group of people? I said, fine. So I got my staff to prepare some of this stuff. Like first and foremost is the industrial production index. Okay, what happened in the IPI thing has got implication to the demand for industrial property.
Hi, sorry, Mr. James. Sorry to interrupt you. Can you enlarge your screen at the bottom there? Yeah.
This one.
Yes, that one. Yes, yes.
Okay.
Beautiful. Okay, nice.
Okay, can you all see this?
Yes, very clear, sir.
I don't put the copyright on these notes. Okay, you're free to share with your customer, share with your clients, share with the market. So the more people know, the better. So if you look at what's happening in the industrial market, mining, of course, okay, electricity, there's, like you see, electricity demand, wow, man. But you know why? Because everybody now is talking about Zoom. I was just talking to some of my banker friends. They cannot go and see customer, number one, because customer also afraid to see them. So they got no choice but to go sit at home, work from home thing, and then do all the Zoom thing. Manufacturing, of course, now one of the big things is the glove thing, okay. Then generally it has actually moved up. Food and beverage is okay. Textile, wood products, not so much. So overall, crude oil, of course. Now you see, the crude oil pricing has been quite stable, and people are not traveling so much. I can't even cross the district border. And lately they come up with this stupid ruling whereby you can only walk within your same taman. I was so angry, I say frustrated. I say I stay in Damansara Jaya, and I go to the Aras Damansara to take a walk. And then now they say, oh, you cannot walk, you must only walk in your same taman. The police will come and go and find you guys. I say, what is this so-called nonsense? So coming back to this, the manufacturing, you can see all this happening in February. You see this? You see the February thing? February drop. Okay, this one, petrochemical, rubber, plastic moving up because you know why? All the glove thing. Okay, And in fact, actually, I gather that some of the glove companies, the demand is so strong for their product, they are constantly looking for factory to buy. And then you all can tap into that. Electrical, electronic products. Now, with a lockdown like that, you know what happened? Every fella is looking for the fastest gadget, the most well-connected gadget to do all the Zoom lah, Webex lah, you know, the Microsoft Teams lah, you name it. So the demand for industrial product is there, you see. And then of course you see like non-metallic, basic, this one not so much lah, you know? Like this one like wood products, furniture, paper. Now everything is on electronic. So the demand for paper product is not really there. For food and beverage, tobacco, you cannot move around to smoke, you cannot really eat, you can only tapao everything. So the demand for factory for the food is not really there, you see. So you see this figure in February, is minus 7.4. Okay. So this is what is actually happening now. Okay. So overall, the Malaysia industrial IPI, this will have a impact on the demand for industrial property. So here it says that the heading says that Malaysia industrial production surged 9.3% in March, the highest since 2013, led by a lot of all this. Okay, so this is the big picture. Okay, now let's go to the smaller picture. I'm talking about mainly about the Klang Valley. Okay, I got my stuff to pick out these figures. Okay, now this is just from the NAPIC stuff. Okay, Klang Valley in KL 2020. This is not my figure. This is from NAPIC itself. Terrace factory plant supply is incoming supply nothing. So you know that from this table itself, okay, the existing stock in KL itself is very limited. No, plant supply versus compared with your existing stock, this amount. So there is very little supply coming on stream. And what actually happened, what I observed is that people use terrace factory for commercial purposes. You go to Chan Sao Lin, I'm sure some of you would probably know that there's one very, very famous steamed fish there. Last time they were in a shank, but now they moved over to, they occupy 2 terrace factories. Before MCO, I used to love to go there now and again. Semi-detached, incoming, nothing. Okay, you see, nothing. Detached also nothing. Flatted factory, nothing. So from this picture, you can see that in KL itself, the incoming supply, the supply of industrial property in KL is generally quite limited. So if you go and look at the normal economic theory, when the supply is limited, what will happen? Assuming demand is constant, okay, prices will go up. Demand is there, okay. So the opportunity is definitely there, okay. In Selangor, the scenario is slightly different. Terrace factory, existing stock, incoming supply, land supply. If you look at it, it's not even 10%. It's probably like 400, 500 over your 28,000. Like it's only a very, very small percentage. Whereas on the other hand, the semi-detached factories here, semi-detached factories is close to the 5% incoming supply. So there is quite a lot of semi-detached factory. I'm sure most of you who are marketing industrial property would know that the demand for industrial semi-D is there depending on location. Okay, detached is also there. Okay, and incoming supply, this is about 240 over. You're barely around the 5% mark. So there's some of these being planned. Flatted, nobody built. The flatted factory which I use that I can think of is actually 3 in town. I do not know whether you all know about this factory called PJ Industrial Park. PJ Industrial Park in the 1990s was one of the so-called hottest hottest project in PJ that time. Because that time, due to the shortage of officers, so they used the flatted factory, the PJ Industrial Park, as an office though. And then the other one is a Segambut one, and then of course there's one in the Trisegi Industrial Park in what call in Sungai Besi thing lah. But in general, you see, developers know that there's no demand for flatted factory, so they don't build anymore. They don't really go for it anymore. Industrial complexes, this one incoming supply plan, because you see what happened is that there's demand for what you call the e-commerce. So if you notice in Shah Alam, there's a few big ones coming up. So the industrial complexes are the demand for the e-commerce thing, you know, the Lazadas, the ones, even the central kitchen, they use the industrial property as a central kitchen. So here we see that the demand is definitely there. Okay, now what I'm going to show you is this. Hold on, wait. Now, wait. This is a research paper that my staff did. Is about 300 pages, and then what I am going to do now is that we will run through this slowly and some of y'all may think, hey, how come James, you're so conservative? Where do you get these figures from? Okay, these figures are based on what my staff went to check. Okay, we did a survey of the industrial factories or these semi-detached factories in the Klang Valley to show you all to have an idea of the demand, what you call the situation of the industrial premises in the Klang Valley. Why I choose industrial semi-detached factory? Because if you look at the detached factories itself, many industrialists just convert one piece of land, take one piece of land, just convert it, and then they can build whatever warehouses they want. So you can literally do that anywhere. So what I did was that I got my staff to prepare this. Even this one was actually prepared mainly for the banking sector, for the banks to know that, hey, you got this industrial factory, some of the trends, and from the occupancy rates, you will see later those areas which has got high demand, high occupancy rates, then you can see that the demand is very strong there. Okay, can you all see this slide, or is it too small? Hello, are you there? Hello.
Mr. Jim, we can't see the slides.
Okay, how, like that?
I think you have to share.
Yeah, slide is okay.
I can see the slides.
Cannot. Can you see? Is it okay?
Currently it's at semi-detached property in Klang
Yeah,
Valley.
this is what I'm going to focus on for this talk, and then after that I will show you some other things. Okay, is it? I don't know how to enlarge this thing.
Is there an Excel PDF that you share with us?
This is the because this was a PDF file. Can you see this, or is it?
Oh, okay. You have to, Mr. James, you have to stop sharing this screen first, and then you have to share the other file that you just opened. So you click stop share first, then you screen share again.
So what do I do? I stop share.
Stop.
Okay.
Okay. Then you press share screen again.
Okay. Share screen.
Then you pick that file that you just opened.
This one.
The one that you want to show lah.
Okay. Like that better.
Yes. Okay. It's a PDF file, right? 308 pages.
Yeah.
Okay, correct. Okay, now everybody can see.
Can you all see this?
Yes.
Okay, I will just run through this slowly. Okay, then if you all got some questions, you all can ask. So actually, I did this for all the banks, so that from our survey, like the semi-detached factory thing, okay, then you can see that those areas which has got high occupancy rates and high take-up rates, you probably know that these are the spots which are in high demanding. Okay, those which have got lower occupancy rates, it has has a very low demand, so it's not really that hot in the sense lah. But what I will do after this is that I will stop sharing this one. Then we will actually go and look at the Google map, because I love maps. From the maps, I can tell you lots and lots of stories about it, which area which I see is taking place, which area which is really hot, you know. So is that okay with you guys? So this is what I will do now. Okay, let's go through some of these things now. Okay, this is the table of contents. Okay, what I did was that I got my staff to go and run through the different areas. This one from as far as from Shah Alam to Kota Kemuning to many different parts of town. Cheras, Sungai Buloh, the high tech, the Semenye site, the Rawang site, the PJ of course. So like the Shah Alam, what we notice is that Shah Alam, if you look at the location of it, it is considered quite central in the sense, smack between Klang and KL, near PJ. So this one, when we look at it, the semi-detached factories, limited number of units. Occupancy rate at that point in time is 100%. All these are actually rough estimate. You see the number of units, the occupancy rate is pretty high now. So the what you call the build-up area, the floor area, the land area is 15,000 to 20,000 sort of thing. And what we see is that how come? Wait. Sorry, it's okay. I'm in a Zoom meeting. I'm in a Zoom meeting. Okay, sorry. So this one, the next, okay. You see, we track the prices. Some of it has moved up, 2011. So this is our tracking of it. It has so-called moved down. This is what we observe based on the transaction data and how it has actually come out to. Okay, these are the transacted prices of it. We track some of the pricing. So generally, it has actually moved up. Okay, next one. And then what we did was that we also tracked the asking prices has moved up a bit. Okay. Now, Puchong Jaya, look at it, the occupancy rate is very strong, quite solid. Occupancy rates, anything above the 60-70%, we consider it to be in demand. But the Puchong Jaya established residential township area, number of units very limited. Asking price per square foot, the land area, 80%, and has been moving up quite a fair bit. Okay. The transacted prices, this is what we track, even from 1-3 onwards. So imagine those person who actually bought property those days, 2 point something million, depending on the size. Then depending on the size, you see, like one example, you take this one, the 669 square feet, 4.95 million. This one lost lot. 669 is the about 7,200 square feet thing, 4.95 million. If you go back, this one 669 at 2.75 million. If you analyze the return, you're talking about double-digit return over your inflation. This is how we actually look at it from a various point of view. You see this, if you take the same size one, and then we compare it with the same size one, then we can see some price trend thing. So this is what happened. This is some of the asking prices. Puchong also, this is another one, also around 80%. Number of units around 84. Quite a good area, but leasehold. Okay, the pricing within the 3-4 million type mark, okay? And you see the tracking of the prices, 2010 now, more than double sort of thing, okay? So this is another trend, okay? So this is another asking price. So you see, James, how do you actually see all this thing with all this asking price? You see, when we all do observe this, we see the scheme, okay? After we see the scheme, then we see the price trend. We see the number of units. How many what are the number of units that are there? Then we see what is being asked. And very crucial, very crucial is that we look at the occupancy rate. If you go to Bukit Beruntung, which I show you, maybe I don't know whether we have some information there. Some of it is just vacant, totally empty. So this occupancy rate 80% is actually fairly good, okay? But Taman the congestion Puchong is around 80, 70, 80% like that. Okay, this is considered, I would think that this is a very strong area. Asking prices also fairly high. Okay. Marsing Industrial Park. This one in where the Singapore side. Not bad. Limited number of units. About 80-90%. It has got, like, for Marsing, is this Marsing Industrial Park, Utari in the U5 area. There is population there, and there's a lot of housing schemes around there, and the demand is quite strong there, and there's a supply of workers. One of the factors that actually affect the hotspot is one. Labor supply is one consideration. When you are situated near lower middle class area, you can get workers, and workers that work in the factories thing. Then you will see that now what we see is that people would love to be located in those areas because I can easily get workers, and this is why we see the trend. This is 2019, and it's not really that different from now. Okay. So these are some of the pricing. So from what we see is that we compare the asking the transacted prices like this one versus what is being asked in the market now. You see, that's how we actually do the valuation for all these industrial properties, whereby we take what is transacted and then we compare it with what is being asked in the market. Okay, so these are some of the asking prices. This was sometime a year back. So, but not that much different. Klang Jaya, this one, Klang. One of the things about Klang is that there is quite a lot of factories in Klang because you know what, there's abundance of land. Unlike KL, whereby the supply is quite limited, and even like PJ side, not so much land left. So number of units, you see, take-up rate, occupancy rate, fairly good. These are at that point in time, and the pricing is go up and down, up and down. It cannot be perpetually going up. Klang Jaya, you asked me to say that this is a hotspot. This is not a really hotspot, but it is near the Kesas Highway, and it has good population, lower class population, and near Kesas Highway, and it is fairly old. Okay, this is some of the transacted prices for you to see. 1.8, 1.7, some of it the bigger units. Like you see, this one 3.7 drop down to 1.7. You look at the size, you got to compare the sizes. Okay. So the next one is that these are some of the asking prices. Asking price for this thing, section 51 PJ. This one, this whole limited number units, quite hot. 40 units of us, your semi-detached factories in a good location. Anywhere in PJ is considered quite prime and quite hot because you not only have the population, you have the middle upper income population, and you see the number of units is very little. Okay, and it has moved from what you call a manufacturing site to a more distributive site. Okay, so you see this trend all moving up. Okay, this is, I would say that this is one of another hot spot that I would classify it whereby I always look at one thing. I always look at the supply situation. The supply situation is the one that will have some bearing. Okay. Then you have got the asking prices, which is quite considerably quite high. Yeah. Taman Teras Balakong. So we have actually went to see U5, we are going to Klang, now we're going to Balakong. Balakong area, this one for this scheme, limited number of units, occupancy rate also around 80%. Balakong area has got lots and lots of staff, got a lot of what you call some population there for workers, and then got those flats for the workers. Not bad, okay. Some of the new, some of the old ones are. So this is the trends quite steady, has not fluctuated that much, move up. So has been steady. So you can see some of the pricing of the 12,000 square feet, I think about the 3 million, 4 million mark. 3-4 million mark. Okay. So you look at it, 1 tree, you see the size, 12,000 square feet, 2.7. Now is around the 3.3, 3.5 mark. Okay, not bad. Okay. So this is another one. Bangi. The thing about Bangi is that it is old, got a sizable population, and quite near to the University Pertanian Malaysia, UPM thing there, and next to the what you call the Kiao Highway. So location is not bad, okay, quite good in fact. Okay, number of units not so many, okay, less than 30. Okay, occupancy rate is not too bad, 70% is considered quite good, has not dropped. And people say that the MCO or price drop, as far as industrial property is concerned, what we see is that it has never really dropped, but the increase is quite gentle. Okay, so this is what happened. Okay, section 9, Bangi, they have got a few different sections. Okay, different schemes. Of course, this one, the one that I showed you just now, was the older, what you call the older ones. There are some newer ones because Bangi area, there is quite some land there that is undeveloped. So developers have actually taken opportunity to build stuff like that. This one completed, occupancy rate also okay, about 70%, quite decent. Completed, price also around there, not bad. Has gone up. This one I think something wrong. My staff got, it was not this price. There was something wrong with it. Okay. So depending on the scheme, the Suntrack, 3 million, 2019, and now maybe marginally moved up. Okay, this whole the sizes, you look at the sizes, quite good demand, the newer ones. Okay. So these are some of the asking prices. Okay. Okay. That one was one section. This is another section. This is the older one. Wow, this one has got a lot. 108 units. Bangi is like a industrial hub because if you look at it, it is just a bit out of town, okay? But the driving force behind Bangi is one, the KL Semban Highway, which is one of the major highways around there. So the highway actually spur the demand because one of the crucial thing about industrial property is that they want to have very, very good accessibility thing. And the highway this highway is one of it. Okay. So the prices have been stable. And then if you look at it, one thing, in this case, 108 units, which is quite a lot, you know, quite a fair bit of supply that is there. Okay. The prices have moved up and down. Okay. I would consider that this is one of the outer spots. Okay, these are some of the, you look at some of the pricing, you compare the 850, 2015 or 2.5 million, now 2.5 is actually so-called quite stable. Section 10, semi-D, because one of the things when you look at to see whether it's really hot or not, we always look at the supply situation. In this case, got 100 over units. So the next one that we go to is now we're just running through some of what we picked up from Meda Industrial Park, Kepong. Very good. In fact, actually, this one should be more than that. Okay, number of units around 48 units. The pricing around the $4-5 million mark. Asking price also fairly stable. Okay. And this is one of the older industrial parks, so you see the price trend of it. But now I don't know. I think there's something wrong with this. I don't think it dropped that much. But depending on the different sizes of it, okay, some of it 669, some of it 669. If you just take a quick look at this one, 669, 2016, 4.5, 2019, 669, 4.7. It has not dropped at all. I mean, if I would compare the same size one, you see this one 669, 2013, 4.5, 4.7. So the prices have been quite steady, and Meda Industrial Park in the Kepong area, which is quite strategic. This one may have a little bit of an access issue because you got to go through the traffic light and can be a little bit of a problem. Okay, this one if I'm not mistaken, 2 access. Let's say from Kuala Selangor you come in, then you can turn in, and then if you come in from KL side, you go through from the traffic light, which can be a jam thing. Okay, so Kepong Industrial Park, the KIP thing, this is all the asking prices. Okay, Kepong Light Industrial Park. This is another quite old one. Okay, quite steady. Okay, Kepong Light Industrial Park. Number of units less than 100. Prices quite steady. Imagine those solars are bought 1606 and 19. 3-4 times. Okay. This is, I would say that it's actually quite hot in the sense that because it is very, very, very old. So this is, you see, 2006 until now. Okay. So we see the trend moving up. Okay. This one, you can definitely we have seen some up down, more or less the fluctuation. It's not like suddenly go drop down like that. So the pricing of it, we always look at for the same size ones, the same size 3.1, 3.1. So it has actually been quite steady to say lah. Okay, look at 2012. This one, there's something wrong with this. Something very, very wrong with this. 2012, 1.7, 1.5 sort of thing. Okay, people will pay plus and minus what that sort of thing at that point in time, I would say. So we managed to track for 557. Those who bought 2007 during the dot-com bust, during the crisis at the time, 1 million now has gone up to 557, 3 million. You tell me what sort of investment that you can get 3 times. From 1 million, you jump up to 3 million. And the thing about that is that you see the number of the units is not that many. I think from what I share so far, you'll probably have this idea that the number of units does play a part in the pricing of the property. Yes. Okay. So we skip this, go there. Dago is the same area. Number of units very few, 12. Price quite high. From 2 million jump up to 6 million, 4 times. I mean, times 3 like the other one. Demand quite strong, fairly strong. Yeah, the Dago side. Okay. Golden Morning. So now we are seeing Kapong. Is this a hotspot? I would say probably is. Number of units, not many. Price, not bad. Because the entry price at the time was actually quite low now, about the $4 million mark. You see this around the 4 million. You see this 948 square feet. You see this 948 square feet from 3 million jump up to 17. This is 3.9 million. You take the 948 square feet, 948 square meter, 3 million. So you can see the trend of it. For my banker friends who are listening to this talk, those clients of yours who got properties to bought in 13, 14, 15, can actually go and get them to go refinance. Because we see the trend. You see the 9 something square feet one from the 975 from 2 million jump up to something like almost 4 million. So the capital appreciation, the demand is there. So we also double check with asking prices. This is what has happened. Okay. Item, newer one, occupancy rate not so good. Okay. The population may not be there to support it. The newer one, this scheme, it is like in a slightly outskirt. What my staff saw was that they went there to count. Only half of it is occupied. Okay. So this is what happened. The price, because the entry level price is actually quite high already at that point in time. Okay. So the pricing around from 3 roughly around the 4 mark didn't go up like the Kapung, the Meda one from 2 million jump up to 6 million, 1 million jump up to 3 million thing. Okay. So these are the pricing of it. Okay. For bankers out there, you all can get your customer to refinance, and even for your industrial agent, you can get your customer to upgrade from the semi-detached to the bigger premises. Okay, so these are the asking prices. Axis Premier Industrial Park, Shah Alam, not bad. Occupancy rate also 70%. This one, one of the drivers for this industrial park is the Kesas Highway. We saw that Bangi was driven by the KL Seman Highway. The Kepong area, of course, is an established residential area, you know, with the Jalan Kuala Selangor, with the LDP and so forth. The driver for this access premium industrial park is actually the Kesas Highway, and then we see this all moving up. The trend is there. So I want to quickly skip this because I have got this one quite a fair bit. I don't want to talk about all. I don't want to go through all these asking prices, which is quite a fair bit of it. Okay, Sungai Buloh Industrial Park, Jalan Technology. Wow, this one quite a lot, but at that point in time, my staff check, occupancy rate fairly strong, price fairly stable. Okay, the demand not bad, consider quite hot because this area, the Sungai Buloh Industrial Park, has got a lot of population there, a lot of workers, easy access, you know. So we see this happening. Berkembang Jalan Technology, quite good access. That's why you see this is what's happening. Okay, a lot of new stuff coming up with the RRI coming up with the MRT thing there. Okay, so this is another one. I think we've seen this already. Okay, now we go to another one. Subang Mewah, leasehold, Subang area, 30 units. Not bad. The pricing quite. I mean, there is some fluctuation on leasehold property price. Quite stable towards the past couple of years has been quite stable okay. Asking price, all this, the transacted prices, the $3 million mark compared with the time 1.5, 1.6 million. So from 10 years, 2010 and now, from 1.6 average to something like 3 million plus. Okay, I think I want to quickly skip through this, and then after that have a session of question and answer. I don't want to see all these things. Okay, but now Sunway, to me, if you ask me what the hottest spot is Sunway. Okay, Sunway strategically located next to the highway. You have got the NPE, you have got the Federal Highway, you're close to the LDP. But now Sunway has got the benefit of many plus points. Okay, and we see the price moved up, and they are using this more like a commercial thing. Okay, you see the price is moving up. Okay, so transacted prices 791 square feet, 791 from 2.5 up to 4 over million. This is the Bandar Sunway PGS 11. Also, in fact, actually, to me, this 80% is understated. Should be higher. Okay, the bigger size ones, and the trend has been moving up. Okay, from 2010, those 2.5 up to 4.5 million. Can get your buyers to those who bought it early on to resell at this sort of higher price. And the demand for Bandar Sunway is like a distribution, like even service center hub. A lot of them, they use this as a car service center thing. And then before the MCO thing, what happened was that they use it as a stationery shop and so forth, tire supply, because the population is very established. It's neither an upper class thing, you see. So I would consider this is one of the, if you talk about hotspot, the Bandar Sunway is one of the really hot spot to me. I'll quickly go through it. This one is Tameng Jaya, Balakong side. The driver for this is what? The driver for this it is the Silk Highway. Okay, the Balakong area, the Balakong industrial area, the driver for the whole area, like the Balakong, the Tameng Jaya, the the Bandar Technology, Kajang, the Bukit Angkat, it is all mainly driven by what? It is all mainly driven by the highways. I think I better, because I don't have much time, I want to have a time for question and answer. So what I will do is that this one, I will make it available for you all to download. You can share with your customer. Okay. The price trend which I share with you all, this is not set in stone. This is what we observe. Like Bukit Angkat, the semi-detached factory, about 60%. You know, people prefer the bigger factories. The prices also not bad. Okay, I want to quickly run through this so that after that I will show you some of the other thing. Okay, this one is the Com Industrial Park. Prices also steady. Okay. I'll quickly run through this. Budiman Industrial Park, Cheras, not bad. Cheras also has got its fair share. Strong population, okay. Got the MRT near, not that far from it. I mean, it has got the benefit of the MRT station. Got the Jalan Cheras, which is become a highway, okay. Not many units, prices quite okay. No, I quickly run through because we don't have time for this. Okay. Alpha, Taman Alpha Impian, Kajang, average 80%. Okay. Price also like that. Balakong Jaya. Balakong, because of what actually happened is that Balakong has got a lot of undeveloped lands, and some developers are capitalizing on this. Okay, not bad, not many units, the $3 million mark. Okay, one thing if you all notice is this: certain areas are like PJ, you know, the 5 million, the 4.5, 5 million, the outer areas. If you notice one thing, that the pricing is like the 2 million, 3 million, the lower range. So the location has got a lot to do with the pricing. The pricing, sorry, has a lot to do with the location thing. So I will skip all this. Okay, this is something we're going to see. Okay, Asta, this is another one. Very few units, the prices around there. Okay, flat. Lifeng, very, very old. Silk High, the what you call the Silk Highway is the beneficiary of it is I mean, this area benefited mainly from the Silk Highway now. Okay, the Silk is one of the drivers of it. Okay, so Teras Balakong, another one, limited units. So actually, when you see this, Balakong has got quite a number of the industrial semi-detached because of the availability of land for development. The sizes, if you notice, are quite standard. The 10,000, 8,000 to 12,000 square feet seems to be the popular sizes. The floor area, villa area, the 5, 6, 7,000 square feet up to 9,000. So this, I want to skip all this. I want to go to show the map. Okay. Sungai Buloh, Samir Damansara, very strong. Even though you look at this 156 units of semi-D, I would say that this, if you ask me for hotspot for industrial, for factories, this is one of the hotspots surrounded by highways and very strong population, established mature population in the Kota Damansara area. You can't get any better than this. I've seen those days, 2 million jump up to something like now the 4.5 million mark. This is, you ask me, this is one of the real hotspot, okay, that you can focus on, which is stable in price, good location, easy accessibility thing. Okay, this is other side. I skip all this. Kota Damansara. Kota Damansara last time was called Kawasan Pertubuhan Sungai Buloh. So now they transform it into a there's a many niche semi-detached factory thing there. Okay, 140 units, occupancy rate fairly good. The pricing also around the 5 to 6, 7 million mark. Okay, quite strong demand, quite hot to say. Okay, and lots and lots of activity here. Okay, I want to quickly skip this. Okay, now this is another one. Here is the Sungai Buloh. This is the older part. Sungai Buloh, not many units. Price stable. Okay, you hotspot. You ask me hotspot. Okay lah, not bad lah. In the established residential area. Kampung Desa Aman. Not bad. Very established. GRD has got a lot of factories in there. They are developing a lot of land in and around this area, and accessibility can be a bit tough, but it is really next to the residential area. I was saying it's quite good. Not many units. Price also not cheap. 5, 6, 7 million thing. Okay, the price has been moving up because it is in an established residential area, which not that many units. Okay, so these are some of the asking prices. This one, Bukit Jelutong, Shah Alam, not many units, but occupancy rate is the 60-70% mark. Near the Guthrie Corridor Expressway, the Bukit Jelutong. The Guthrie Corridor Expressway is one of the drivers of this. Okay. So this is some of the transaction asking prices. We skip. Okay. Now, Bukit Jelutong Park. Bukit Jelutong, like the Shah Alam area, because of the availability of land, developers have been capitalizing, and prices have remained fairly stable based on our observation, based on the transaction data, based on what we see, what we ask, what is being asked in the market. Okay, I'm going to skip this. Tamasha, hot, super hot. I think your office is in the area. Okay, it is fairly strong. Prices are stable and moving up. Next to the Federal Highway, next to the NKV, strong residential area, nearby to the Subang Airport, has got all the plus points for it. Okay, prices quite strong. I would say that this is one of the hottest spots around. Okay, asking price also fairly strong. Okay, Subang High Tech, not bad location, quite solid, limited number of units. Okay, Subang High Tech, I would say that it's quite a hot spot, and price have been moving up. Okay. Now this one is the iPark. I'm sure most of you would know the iPark developed by Marsing. Initially, it was very empty. It has actually picked up a little bit. Not bad. I'll say that. You say, ask me hotspot. It's not too bad. On the scale of 1 to 10, maybe around the 6 mark. Okay. iPark, asking price. Now this one is the iPark 1, 2, 3. Occupancy rate slightly lower. Okay. iPark 3. Okay, now we move on to another area called the Semanye area. Okay, Samtang Park, Semanye. After this, I will show you on a map some of these industrial schemes and where is the really hot spot. You see this occupancy rate, to me, I think is my staff, this one is way overly optimistic. Should be lower because this part, you see the trend, not every property that you buy is moving up because of the excess issue. That's why you see the price is moving down south. Okay, and then this is based on the evidences that we have. This is what we asking price also low. Semuanya high-tech park, lower. The price also have been moving down south. Okay. Puchong side. Okay. Anyway, in Puchong, Puchong, because the benefit of Puchong is that you have got the Kesas Highway, you have got the LDP, and these are the two highways that actually drive the prices now and make it whether it is hot or not. So for industrial park to be classified as a hotspot or not hotspot has got to be looked at from the distance and the proximity to the highway thing. Okay. Now I think time's running off. Okay. Sina Puchong, not bad. Okay. Price also not bad. Number of units very little. Okay. So I'll quickly run through this. I don't have much time left. This is the Meru Industrial Park. Supply a lot. The Klang, one of the areas that has got a lot of supply, if you notice, in the Meru industrial area, the Semuanya industrial area, the Balakong industrial area, because there's a lot of land. You look at the central area, the PJ, Kota Kemuan, there's not so much land available for development. So Meru Industrial Park, we see the occupancy rate, to me, 70% is not so bad, but has been moving up. Okay. Novel Industrial Park, Kota Kemuning. In the Kota Kemuning, in the Kota Damansara area, limited number of units, quite strong demand. 70% occupancy, what we saw. Okay. Then Sunway Damansara, this is the one that I mentioned to you earlier on. Many units, price very strong, demand very strong, considered like a major hotspot. Okay. Kundang Jaya, lower occupancy rate because the population not really there. Somehow, what I find is that the Kundang industrial area, although it is near to some highways, but somehow it did not really pick up. This one was probably last time the remnants from the IGP last time, the Kundang industrial area. So we see the prices also quite stable. Then you have got these other ones. Dolomite, Batu Cave area. Occupancy rate, to me 90% is an understatement. It's close to maybe 90%. This is one of the very established areas near the middle ring road, and you have a very strong population on the way to Genting Highlands to Kuantan, and because of its proximity to the middle ring road, this one really benefits. Okay, so this is another one. This is in Bandar Technology Kajang. Lots of units, prices also moving up and down. The benefit, the thing that really drives the Kajang area is one. It is the Silk Highway. The Silk Highway literally drives this industrial area. Okay, this is what we see. Okay, Meranti Jaya, Puchong, not bad locality, near the SKVE, near the what you call Kesas, but near the SKVE, okay, near the LDP side, the Puchong side of the LDP, quite stable, okay. Anyway, in Puchong, if you tell me it is considered, I would say it is a hotspot. Tase Perdana, another one, 75%. I think we just skip all this. Okay. You can see this Meranti Jaya Puchong. Glen Mary, I just want to touch on Glen Mary. People say Glen Mary High Com. It is considered very established. Now there's the LRT that is coming on nearby. Will even drive these prices even further. 8 units. Okay, the LRT will drive these prices up further. Next to Federal Highway, near to NKVE. Okay, come let's finish this. Rawang, Rawang Corporate Park. Glen Mary, this one we've seen this song. Rawang Corporate Park, lower occupancy rate, still got some demand there. You ask me hotspot, I say no, not really. Although the occupancy rate is a little bit on the high side. Okay. Lekas Technology Park, small number units, 70-80%, not bad. Okay, next to the highway. Okay. Chan Shaolin, you ask me a hotspot. This is one of the closest to town. Was developed last time by the Meda Group, the Maju Holding Group. I valued it long time ago, many years ago, and not bad. The location is quite central, transformed into distribution. People already use it for other retail purposes. Okay, so I just want to quickly end this. Then 25 PJ, this is, I don't know why they got this terrace factories considered quite hot. Okay. I think I will close this here. Then I will go and move on to something else. Okay. This one for the benefit of you all. Okay, let's see what's happening. Okay, so now this is we have just seen what I've done is this now. This will be the interesting part. Okay, what I've done is that I've actually shown you some of the market research that we have done for you all. Okay, now this is those who have actually stayed back to carry on. The hotspot for industrial premises, for industrial area, it is very, very close to the highways. What I've actually done is that I got my staff to prepare this. Okay, Silk Highway. Let's see the price trend. I don't know. You all know the Silk Highway, okay? Silk Highway is from here, connect to all this area. So the Silk Highway has benefited a lot of the industrial, Bandar Technology, Kajang, all the Balakong areas, you see. So it has actually bring up those areas. I remember from my valuation experience in the 1990s, Balakong, nobody wanted. The industrial land there was $12, $15, $20. Now you're talking about $100 over. Let's see what happened. Okay. Now, this for you all to see. Okay. Bandar Technology Kajang. Because of one highway, you see the price trend, what actually has happened. Can you just give me 2 minutes? I got to open the door for my staff. You just give me 2 minutes, okay? Guys, you just give me 2 minutes. I just got to open the door for my staff. So sorry about it. Okay, I know some of you. Okay, you see what happened is that with the Seal Highway, we see the price trend. You see the the price trend, $35 to $195. Lee Industrial Park, 25 to 1 is about 6 times. Balakong, same thing. Chua, same thing. Off Balakong, 3-4 times. Balakong Jaya, Bukit Angkat. These are the sort of figures that we've been valuing industrial land. So, and you see the year existing, year completed, year launched. I don't put a copyright on this. You can share this with your customer. Now, the Silk Highway has benefited the industrial area very, very much. And this scenario is being repeated after I show you another, after we go to the Google map and see. Okay. So you can actually see all these industrial areas are near proximity, about 5 minutes to the Silk Highway, has actually benefited tremendously. And this trend, to me, in my opinion, will continue further. Now, this thing is repeated also in the SKVE. Okay, so the SKV connects to the Silk Highway. SKV is a continuation of Silk Highway. And if you ask me about industrial hotspots, okay, any properties that are located within a few minutes to the interchanges of this highway would be considered a hotspot. And besides this one, the next big thing is the GESAS, the what you call the WCE. The WCE is going to be the next biggest game changer for the country because it will do what the North-South Highway did for the country. Okay, so let's just quickly explore this. Okay, what is this all about? The different interchanges. This is for you all to see. Okay, and it has actually helped to drive out the industrial price and the properties. So there is residential property, some Sarjana Putra thing, okay, and price of the industrial lot. Pulau now $65 is considered average quite low already. Some of it we have value around $70. Kota Kemuning is close to it. Also, Kota Kemuning is very close to the GESAS also. So, Vajaya Industrial Park also quite close to it. Shalam Technology Park. So what we see happening is that also the land areas, the lands are in and around this Silk Highway. I want to go back to this. In and around the Silk Highway, the prices have been really moving up. So those properties which are located along these highways, along this Silk Highway interchanges, we have seen it moving up tremendously. So this would be hotspots, okay. So we will just, this is just for you to see, okay. And residential property coming up, factories, all sorts, shop houses. Because of the Silk Highway, many developments have actually taken place, okay, surrounding area. Ongoing projects, I think Rimbayu is one of them, and some of the industrial areas around here is actually taken up, okay. These are some of the older pictures. I don't want to bore you with it. And let's move on further. Some of the current projects, okay. We skip. And now the next thing which I want to share about is the game changer called the WCE, okay, which is under construction, okay. I saw this because what happened was that I saw it repeating. I saw this trend repeated from the Silk Highway to the GESAS to the SKVE, and then based on the land economy principle, whereby accessibility is a key to profitability, this highway here, the West Coast Expressway, will open up many other highways. And one of the areas which is going to be hot is areas near the Lata Highway, like the Elmina, like the Eco Business Park, like some of the LBS projects. So this highway would benefit this WCE would benefit a lot of development around the area. So this is the NKVE, okay. Then the Lata Highway side, okay. So this one goes up from Banting side, the Compass area where the Banting area, it goes all the way up to Changkat Jering, connects to the North-South Highway. So any areas, if you ask me about the hotspot, any industrial areas along this highway, this WCE would be considered the hottest spot around. Because with that, it will improve the accessibility tremendously, you see. So the West Coast Expressway will be the next driver, okay? So these are some of the pictures that I got my staff to superimpose, because I'm actually very, extremely excited about this West Coast Expressway and the locations around it, how it will drive up property values, you see. These are some of it, some of the trends that you can have. These are some, although it is repeated, okay? Because the highway, the silk link up to SKV link up to this WCE, and also Kesas also will link up, okay? Now, so this is what we see, the industrial law, some of it for you all to see now, okay? Now, so basically what I'm trying to say is that areas that are located in close proximity to the major highways are considered the hottest spot for industrial development and in high demand. Okay, this is something for you to see. Okay, and we just go on. This is something for you to see. Similar to okay. Now, so we see that this one from Banting to Taiping to Changkat Jering. Okay. Now I want to bring to your attention something which is also quite close to my heart, is this Rawang bypass. Not many people will say, hey, what in the world is this Rawang bypass thing? Okay. The Rawang bypass, will connect, you will bypass the Rawang town, okay, will hit the Temple Park. Okay. Instead of going through the jam town, or the old road, going through Rawang town itself, okay, to the Sungai Chor area, what will happen is that the whole Sungai Chor area, near where UMW has got a few hundred acre thingy there, then all the industrial land in Sungai Chor, the old Marsing plastic factory around there. So what happened is that instead of going through the congested Rawang town, go through the couple traffic light, go through all the shop houses and so forth, it will improve the accessibility of this whole area, the northern side, to connect to KL. So this one will cut traveling time and will enhance this whole area. So I'm actually very excited about this, like the Sungai Chor. There's a lot of those smaller industrial plots here, which is moving up the price. So this, what we call this Rawang bypass, in my opinion, in my analysis, will spur up the thing. Okay. Besides this, okay, so what we have actually seen is that industrial is driven by highways accessibility, and we have actually seen the Kesas, we have seen the SIL, we have seen SKV, we have seen WCE. Now we see this, what you call this Rawang bypass. It will enhance this area and also improve connectivity to the city, because this road, this main road, is a dual carriageway. It makes accessibility to the KL city much easier. Okay. Now I want to talk about MRT tree. Okay. I'm telling you this map I got from Ho Chin Soon. Okay. This map, this plan, the MRT map, the MRT tree, this will open up a lot more those existing areas, and it will greatly enhance the development in and around, because the future of transport will be in the form of the light rail transit thing, the MRT, the LRT, because with the increase in the fuel prices, and then people say I want to stay next to the I want to work and stay nearby to a transport hub. So with this, you connected to the MRT, LRT, the what all the key thing will make transportation easy okay. So this MRT tree will be a game changer. Okay, the next one is that this one this is not from me. I picked this up from the Ho Chin Soon book. I know Ho Chin Soon and his son Ishmael Ho quite well, peers in the real estate industry. So what we see is that the Dash Highway, the Suke, the EKV, all these are any properties that is along these roads, these highways, the Suke, the EKVE, although it goes through the water catchment area, which I'm quite disappointed, but you got no choice. So you balance up between conservation versus development. So any areas that is around these few highways will benefit, will be driven now, see. So I have to end, I'll end this session here. Before that, I want to go on to the next thing. Okay, how do I close this? Okay, wait. I have got another maybe 5 minutes. Okay, let me share another thing with you guys. Okay, now can I close this? Okay, now I love Google Map. Okay, how do I move this thing? Okay, now if you see this from this map itself, okay, where are the major development taking place? This is your Kesas, okay. This is your SKVE, okay, that links up to Pulau Indah, okay. This one will link up to your, this is your silk, okay. Your silk is here, okay. Because of this silk, this whole area is coming up. You see, just now I mentioned to you about the Semenye site, okay. The Semenye site, like some of those areas which are a bit inaccessible one, okay, which is not connected like this Semenye area, like some of this industrial area in Semenye site, it is affected because you see, imagine for you, okay, you say it's next to Lekas, next to the seal, but to go through the old road is a real big hassle. To go through the Kampung area, Semenye town, go through the Jalan Sungai Lalang, although got some land down here, but it is not easy. Although here got, if you look at it here, there's actually quite a number of industrial park, Mila Raya, the high tech 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 thingy down here. So this the road system is very, very limited. Whereas you see the Silk Highway, the highway has actually impacted the industrial properties here. So when I studied this, like even like for instance the what you call the Lata Highway. The Lata Highway will be a game changer for the eco business out there, and also like some of those projects in and around here, simply because it improves the accessibility of the whole area. So basically, I would say that hotspots are where you just follow the highways. Okay, so I just like to conclude with this saying: the hotspots, industrial hotspots, where are they really? Just follow the highways. Okay, so I just want to end here. So if you all need any valuation for the matter, because we value all sorts of properties, please feel free to contact me or contact me. Okay.
Oh, okay, fantastic stuff, Mr. James. Okay, maybe we can just take up last 5 to 10 minutes of your time
Yeah.
because there are quite a lot of questions from the crowd. I will pick out a few if you don't mind, James.
Yeah.
I'll read it out to you. Okay, first question is from Azhar and IBM. They are asking you of some comments regarding your industrial area on Klang and on Sepang market.
Sepang.
And Klang, yeah, I think they're asking whether it's a good market to penetrate lah, because the question is just how about Sepang? What about Klang? Yeah.
Sepang has got tons of industrial land. Okay, let's go and this one. Can I go back to the map? Sorry, let me go back to the map. Okay, sorry.
To the map.
I want to wait. I want to go back to the map because I want to go back to the.
Okay,
to
okay,
the map.
you can.
Yeah, okay.
On
This
map.
one, okay. Now I always I love map. Okay. For values, the map is the lifeline. Okay. Okay. Now, from this, Asa asked about this question about the Sepang. Okay. What is the driver? Sepang, you have got this elite highway going to the KIA thing. My question is that it's not a bad area, but how far it is to the highway? Because for logistics, which is the hottest thing now, you need to be in close proximity to the highways, to the interchange, okay? Anything which is more than 10 minutes away from the interchange, you're asking for trouble. And then you need to be in close proximity to populated areas. For staff, for the amenities, people don't want to work in a ulu place. Okay, basically, be in a colloquial term. Klang, because Klang to me, as long as you are located near this SKVE, near your Kesas and near the up and coming, this what you call WC, to me, I think there's the potential there. Okay. And I've seen how the values are. I was very excited about SKV because a few years ago, 2012, I valued one parcel of industrial land $10. Then after that, when the SKV completed, it went up from $10 up to $10, $12, went up to $30, $40 now. So and then I just draw the parallel between the Kesas, the SKV and the seal, and then now with the WCE thing. Okay. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, okay. Fantastic. Okay, we since that is a two in one answer already. Okay, we move to the last question. Is there any?
You can actually have more questions. I'm actually, if they don't mind staying back for the next half an hour, I can stay. No issue.
Yep, no problem. Just our training time slot also. Okay. Besides the market, there is Sulastri Musani asking regarding how to find the value. Is there any extra applications or search engine that you all use to help with this rather than just manually doing it?
In what sense?
Any applications like for example, you want to count loan, you got all these easy law apps and all that. So for value, is there any new technology or search engine that can help you with it?
Of course, there are paid websites. Like you go to BRICKZ, you can go subscribe to them, you pay a certain amount, you want certain area transaction data and so forth. No, BRICKZ.
Okay. Just on the bricks there lah.
Yeah, you can go and find the information on the bricks.
Okay, Ken, Mr. James, we are at the end of our session already. So I just want to remind all ladies and gentlemen that are here, do note that, of course, Rain and Horn is a very popular brand in our industry. Mr. James has made his time for us here today. All his sharing was very technical, very informative, and very broad prospect. Even I myself sit down for this 1.5 hours. Wow, the information going through my head. Fantastic lah. Feels very good. A lot of information in this short time. So, ladies and gentlemen, of course, let's leverage on each other. This is about solidarity. We understand a lot of negotiators. You need the valuation reports out as well to help with your transactions. So have this thought in mind, Rain and Horn. And
whenever
Mr.
you
James-
need any valuation, it's not just confined to the buying and selling. No. Okay.
Yeah.
And what happened is that you see valuation, you can do valuation for acquisition. If your customer want to buy land to convert, want to buy land for development thing, we can do market feasibility study. We can do like those are like now government have got this sickening thing called the inter water contribution. If you want to develop a property after completion, you get the CF, you need to pay the stupid 1% of your GDV thing. We also do valuation for it, conversion premium, the development charges, you name it. As far as valuation is concerned, we do the whole lot.
So a one-kick-all solution from Rain and Horn. Okay, again, guys, I repeat, Rain and Horn, Mr. James.
PJ side, we have got 4 branches. I'm actually from the PJ side, and my other counterparts, they don't really share this sort of free webinar thing.
Yeah, no problem. We will make sure we are allocated.
So if you need any consultancy advice about all this property valuation type thing, feel free to let me know. Okay?
Yeah, no problem. We will leave Mr. James' company contact number at the bottom as well. Okay, guys, so we are at the very end of our session already. I just want to drop a quick reminder. I hope everybody's energy level is still up. Again, if you're feeling down, tomorrow at 3 p.m., we are having a fantastic session. We will have 3 panelists. Actually, I myself will come and share some of my knowledge as well, together with Aldrin and Adrian. We'll be running a lot to do with agency technology, what is up and coming, what to look forward to, and what is it like to be a REN moving forward from this situation as well. So ladies and gentlemen, if you all have the time, I don't want to take up too much of your time, please do scan for our feedback, leave your comments, and we will try to improve our training moving forward from then. Okay, guys? So please remember, stay tuned, 3 p.m. tomorrow. Please make your time. Please bring your good energy over here. I hope everybody had a good time today. Okay, cheers, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay,
thank you very much. James, thank you very much.